Heaven, everyone. This is Tycoon Wibby for ISTREP.Cash, and today we will be learning the Varies. Yes, we'll be starting the Varies, yes. And today we'll be going over the Weekly Varii. So of course, we get off in there, yes, and we see that we have the Weekly Varii TWT. And one of the great reasons for a weekly Varii is because this IST goes for months long instead of years long, yes. And on our site here, we cap our weekly Varies at 1 year. So if you're going to be doing an IST for longer than a year, you will automatically be making some kind of monthly Varii. But if you're doing an IST for less than a year, you can do a weekly Varii, yes. Alrighty, so of course we start by naming it. And in our book example, we had the chicken plate. So let's go ahead and get some chicken plate then. Alright, and let's say that it cost us, let's say $6, and we resell them for 8. And the product sold per week is like 103. Yeah. And we have a weekly estimated income of 206. Yeah. And so out of that 206, what are we going to be doing with it? Are we going to push all of it to the network? Are we going to push some of it to the network? This is real world, so you can only ever push some of it. You got cost to pay, right? So if you have to push some of it, I'd say, hey, the 60/40 is always great, right? So you push 60 and keep 40. Alrighty. And so here we get to decide, well, how long are we going to do our IST, right? What are we going to be doing over here? And let's say that we like to do it in the summertime, so it's like 3 months. So enter your WTFC. So we come up here and we look at the WTFC that corresponds to 3 months, and we copy and we paste. Because that is how long that is how much we will be pushing to the network over this particular span of 3 months. And so since, yes, we have the WTFC, we get to decide, all right, if we're going to be pushing this much network, how much can we get today? Yes. So yes, we have to stay away from these larger numbers, this 80, 90, Benji, right? 90, the Benji percent, because that's where the token holder profit is. So let's just go ahead and stick with the motif of this 60/40. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that there. And this time we will switch over to a E token, and we'll just take that there and get rid of that. And let's just go from memory. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So then that brings up our Tycoon Wibby table for eCash. eCash is wonderful. Yes. Yes, it is. Because for eCash, the penny works. Oh, Lord, does it work. Yes. And we get to come down here and we get to decide what kind of div coin are we going to have, how many tokens are we going to have, what is the price of that token, right? What is that token going to deliver in a profit to the token holders? And of course, how much do I get out of this versus how much am I pushing to this? Yes. All of these things are a delicate balance that you must decide when you are creating your TWT and finalizing the choice on your div coin for your particular TWT. And in this one here, yeah, we'll go 25 cent for this one here. We like all these numbers here. They're great. They're grand. They're wonderful. And we come down here and we press that 25 cent button. And we let the magic happen in it back. And yes, it takes us to our dashboard page. And yes, up here you see that in this particular moment we got the heaven us. And yes, we can come over here and click on this button here and come over to our weekly Varies and click on the chicken plate. And then it'll see our name up here, and it'll tell us the name of the particular TWT and the particular type of TWT. Good reinforcement, yes. And it shows us our final numbers for the variables that make up the TWT. Yes, and we see that the token holders are altogether splitting the 637, while this person is raising 956. That's a real structure of a deal right there, but it's the one that was made. So yeah, it all works out in the end, yes, because we can make more and more and more, yes. Alrighty, this, and of course, yes, if you like to download, just click the button and off it'll go. And this has been the Weekly Varii TWT by Tycoon Wibby for ISTREP.Cash. Love you all. Heaven, heaven.